Hi everyone, this is Donnie Lowy from Closeout If you'd like to learn how to make a living at the flea market, I'm going to give you some tips and some ideas, but keep in mind that nobody can guarantee how much money you can make at the flea market, or if you're going to make any money at all, or if you're going to lose or not lose. Okay, but these tips should give you some general ideas what you can do to try to position yourself to make a living at the flea market. So tip number one is you need to treat it like a real business. If you want to be able to make a lot of money or enough money to live off, then you have to have enough merchandise to be able to make those sales. So you need to be able to train yourself to always buy a lot of merchandise, even at the risk of having some extra merchandise, because at a minimum you need to have enough merchandise to make sales to the customers. Another thing is you want to have a regular supply of merchandise. You want customers to get used to the fact that you have a certain line of merchandise, and this way, week after week, they will come to your booth looking for that merchandise. Another tip is get the contact information of your customers. Call them up, send them an email, let them know you're going to be at the flea market next weekend. Remind them, this way they make a trip to you, and also let them know about any specials that you have. Another thing that you want to do towards the end of the day at the flea market, you want to try to sell your remaining goods at a discount. Now, your customers might learn to just wait until the end of the day to buy the merchandise at a lower price from you, but that's okay because you're guaranteed at least to have their business, right? If they don't buy it by you, they might buy it by another vendor. Another way to make a living at a flea market is to start selling wholesale to other flea market vendors. Your margin per item is going to be lower than when you sell it retail, but you're going to be able to sell in bulk, and your total profit is going to be higher than when you sell an individual item. Another way to make a living at the flea market is to expand your business. Get 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 different spots at the flea market. Do the math carefully, but it might make sense for you to hire someone else or take a relative or a friend to help you run your business. Another thing you can do is travel to different flea markets. Have people going to different flea markets on your behalf. You could give them the merchandise on consignment, or you could sell it to them at a wholesale basis and agree to exchange any merchandise that they haven't been able to sell. Alright, my website is closeoutexplosion.com.